Hi, welcome to the second module, which is about sustainability in digital projects. In the previous module, we were talking about digitalization and a technological point of view. And since today we are going to learn about how to apply sustainability principles inside the project from a economical, social, and also environmental point of view. And the main learning objectives or outcomes, expected outcomes, are learn to measure the ROI, return on investment of digital transformation projects, understand the impact on employee well-being and contribution to society, and then comprehend how to incorporate environmental and sustainability principles into digital solutions and services. Well, it's important before starting a digital project or digital transformation to perform an impact analysis, including the three elements that I mentioned before, which are economic contributions, team consequences, and social plus environmental impact, in order to decide either we implement that solution or not, or what do we have to take into consideration. Okay, we will have three lessons divided in 15 minutes each one. Anticipating impacts, it's key in order to, as a preventive measure, ensure long-term sustainability of the project, and it's not just focusing on the short term. Okay, so we need to take into consideration those three axes of actuation: economical, social, and environmental, in order to increase chances of success in the project, and also to reduce legal, reputational, and some other operational risks. Regarding to the first analysis, the economic risks, there are threats that can affect in a severe or important or have an important contribution to the business economical results. And there can be different risks. The most important, there are budget overrun, where we are starting a digital project or digital transformation project where the costs are not well calculated during the budgeting and planning. So we can concur on more cost than expected. And then the next economic risk is the poor return on investment, because the project should at least pay itself, and well, a failure to deliver expected value to the stakeholders could have other consequences in the future. Okay. Then the operational downtime. It's clear that if our people it's being trained or it's facing a lot of issues with the software, we can have some loss of productivity due to the system implementation in short term. In the mid or long term, if the solution is properly deployed and implemented, we shouldn't have any issues in the future. Okay, but we should take a look to that. And then other economic risk is that if we have long-term dependencies on single software providers, it can limit our flexibility and increase costs. Okay, so it's also important to take into account which are our partners and which is our portfolio of partners, in order to not have a high dependency on a single one of them. Well, there are other social risks affecting people, both employees, users, or society. And the most representative or the most important are the job displacement. When we are automating or simplifying processes or implementing digital workflows, sometimes we may eliminate some roles or reduce staff needs. So this is a problem for the families of the employees. So it's important to take it into consideration and to manage those risks and those situations if needed in the best possible way. Okay. Then another social risk is the digital divide when we are applying digital tools or or automations. Sometimes a small group of our company probably is not um, they could not have the right background in order to understand how it works or how to learn to use this software. So an extra training could be needed to fill that skill gaps between employees and or departments. Okay. There are also social risks. I'm sure that we have talked about it on the previous module. Is resistant to change because some of the cases they are not willing to change their procedures or the processes, or or they are frustrated and they are seeing a potential product failure. So it's important to take it into consideration as another social risk that is needed to be handled. And then also some privacy and ethical concerns about transparency and some reputational damage can be caused. So it's necessary to take it into consideration. Okay? And regarding to environmental risks, some potential negative effects that can result from infrastructure, hardware, software, or processes. Some of them are the e-waste generation, the carbon footprint, and also the high energy consumption of data centers and also the new processes, and that supply chains on technological areas are not as sustainable as we would like.